The reflection. Anna moved into the old house at the edge of the woods because it was cheap and she wanted to start over. It needed work. Floorboards creaked under every step. Windows rattled even when there was no breeze. And the mirrors. The mirrors were strange. There was one in every room. Tall, old-fashioned things with thick, tarnished frames. She tried to cover one with a sheet once, but by morning, the sheet was folded neatly on the floor, and the mirror was bare again. It started with little things. When she passed the hallway mirror, she thought she saw her reflection smiling just a little too wide. When she brushed her teeth, the figure in the bathroom mirror would stop before she did, staring at her with a tilt of its head. At night, she would wake to soft tapping sounds, like fingertips on glass. One evening, as the sun bled into the woods, she stood in the living room staring at her reflection. It stared back, but something was wrong. Its eyes were just a little too dark, its mouth just a little too thin. "Stop it," Anna whispered. The reflection smiled, but she hadn't. She turned and fled to her bedroom, slamming the door. There was a mirror there, too, but she kept her eyes down, refusing to look. Tap, 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 from behind her. Tap, tap, tap. Faster now. More urgent. Anna squeezed her eyes shut and buried herself under the covers like a child. She stayed that way until the tapping stopped, until the room grew cold. In the silence, she heard something breathing, ragged, wet breaths right next to her ear. Trembling, she peeked from under the blanket. A face stared into hers, upside down. It was her own face, but it blinked out of rhythm with her. Before she could scream, it reached forward, its hands thin and brittle, like they had been soaking too long under water, and pressed its palm against her mouth. It leaned closer, its breath icy against her skin. Then it whispered in her voice, "You're not real anymore." And when Anna opened her eyes again, she was standing in the mirror, pounding her fists against the glass, watching herself, no, it, walk away into her life. No one ever heard from her again. At least, not from this side.